Okay, ads were to have already started, and I don't think they did. So if you do get hit, I'm very sorry. I'm going to try my best today, man. We are not 100%, but there was no shot I was going to miss 3 streams in a row. But I appreciate you guys. Feeling better, man. Yeah, we're feeling better for sure. Holy hell. This strain of the vid. Holy shit. This is rough. This is a rough week. It was a rough week, man. But we're here, you know? Something like that. Be kind to yourself. Yeah, I try to be, man. What makes it harder is like, obviously Mrs. Flash is going around doing a million things. So I don't want to be just a pathetic log that's just sitting there. And I'm like, I want to help. But it's like, but I can't because, yeah. If you get hit by ads, I'm sorry, friends. We're just gonna be talking for now. Okay. Just a heads up. But we'll switch over. I might need your guys' opinions on things. Man, I wanted to do, there's all kinds of stuff I wanted to do. With all the St. Jude stuff and everything going on, like I wanted to do so many different things. I had an idea of like a different idea of something new to do. And then boom, got sick. I'm like, son of a bitch. Gonna talk about May 5th. I would love to. I haven't had an opportunity to say anything to anybody. Like, I mean, it's obviously public, but I haven't had a chance to even go over it with you guys. I couldn't make a video about it. I was like, I feel like trash. I was like, I'm not going to go out of the way to make a video feeling like this. Hell no. Thank you guys so much for all the resubs, man. Holy hell. I know it's feel like it's been almost a week. Take a minute to focus on the health. Yeah. We'll do our best. I told Mrs. Flash, I said, I'll go for as long as I can, as long as I think I can. If it's cut short, it's cut short. It is what it is. But it's the beginning of St. Jude month, man. And look, and already like we haven't, how do I get over here? How do I get to you? Like we hadn't even gone live yet. Come on now. I'm sorry. I'm going to do my best not to make this. I have a lozenge in, so I'm not coughing. So I'm going to do my best to not make that make sounds because that would drive me nuts. Doing a little better. Yeah. Still like iffy here or there. The best way that I could explain it was like you know, the feeling when you stand up too fast, it felt like that all the time for like a day, like yesterday. So it was always like kind of weird, but yeah. You're human. It happens. No, I'm not. No, but thank you guys. I seriously do appreciate it. I need to figure out I have so much stuff to figure out. Vertigo. Yeah. That's what it felt like. Yeah. But I am feeling better. It's so good to see you guys. Thank you for all the resubs, man. Thank you for the biddies. Donna, Laura, thank you for the 3 months. Sifra, thank you for the 16 months. Tier 3. Hi, caramba. Corey, thank you for the raid, dude. How was your stream? Am I able to see? Yeah, one of the first things we're going to do is we're going to go over the announcement for the character stuff. Because like I said, I got sick. As soon as the announcement, like right before the announcement was going down. So I couldn't say anything. Like I couldn't come out and be like, hey guys, guess what's coming? Nope. Sitting there dying in bed. I see charity I support. Let's go. I love them so much. Corey, I've done St. Jude streams every May. I do it for the entire month of May. I've done it for the past 4 years. Has it been 4? But I do it for the entire month and I love them so much and they're amazing. What they do is amazing. I love that they make such an opportunity for these kids and for their families. So yeah. But Kale, welcome in. How are you? So, oh yeah, taking care of yourself is very important. Like, do you have a migraine? No, not right now. No, I did. Holy shit, did I? Ugh. Yeah, it was bad. When I first, oh my God, you guys, listen. Oh, Nix, thank you so much. I'm gonna go back through and I'm gonna pull up the past donos that have already happened, so that way I can give you guys a shout as well. The first 2 days of being sick, it was a nonstop migraine, nonstop. There was no breath to be had. That sucked. This is one of the worst I've ever felt. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to keep this on the down low. I was nervous because I rebranded. I got scared. I get some hate, but I didn't. I saw St. Jude send some people here. How the stream goes well. Well, you shouldn't get any hate for rebranding. Say what? Well, I appreciate you, friend. Thank you. From no, the body, no, you're good. No, you're fine. That's COVID. Oh, yeah, man. But that's okay. We're here. I'm like, where did I get it from, dude? Like, that's probably my biggest thing is like, where the hell? Like, I don't do anything. Where the hell did I get it? I have a headache today. I hope you feel better. You guys. Crumba. My thing still says ads starting soon. I swear to God. If you get hit by ads, guys, I'm really sorry. They usually start at the beginning of the stream, but it's going rogue. What are the plans? Well, my plan was A, talk to you guys. B, go over St. Jude, obviously, in talks. Little Iron Lady. Did that show up? I swear to God. God damn it. I thought I had it figured out. Nope. All right, I'll just keep the screen in front of me for now. It's supposed to go into my activity feed, and it's not. But that showed up, though. And you guys can hear it? Hey, let's go. Okay. Oh, there's the ads. Motherfucker. Can we drop the music a bit while we chat? Absolutely. If it's a little bit too loud, for sure. You got a migraine? I'm so sorry. They are literally the worst thing ever. Yeah. Becca. You've been recommended for the kids. Oh, Becca, thank you for the raid. Hello. I'm so sorry. Like, I've been waiting for these damn ads to play for the past, 5 minutes. Oh, it's so annoying. It's so annoying. If you're not getting hit by them, hi. I'm so sorry. Oh, my God. Started fresh. Oh, I understand. No, I understand. Oh, I appreciate the lurk, Corey. Thank you. The fact that have been following you. So no, you're fine. No. I appreciate you. No, thank you so much. No, it is good to see you guys. Try having a migraine and a high liver function. Oh my God. Michaela. Oh my God. What? Wait. Whoa. Hold on. Whoa. I'm missing things. Hold on. Hold a gosh darn minute, Batman. Wait. Break. Excuse me. How? What? Okay. Going from what just happened. So, Michaela, don't you what me, young lady? Michaela, thank you for the $50 dono to St. Jude. Break $250 dono. Little Iron Lady, thank you for the 25. Irish, thank you for the 50. That wasn't even when we were live. Nix for the 50. Stacy, 25. This was literally on May 1st. Juju on May 1st with 35. And Jamie, thank you so much for the dono. I've started playing Phas just a month ago. Yes, you did. That's even the blurb knows it's a lie. I can hear it. Lies and slander. Darkest Joker. Hello, friend. Night Raptor. Hello. Love watching the vids and the VODs you do. Oh, thank you. We were in our lurk for charity weekend a little early. Been an incredible weekend. It's made me so happy to see so many people raise money. I'm glad that things have been going well for you too. Break sits on a throat of lies. This is true. She does. But yeah, man. Listen, I had this great idea. I'll even talk about it. I had this great idea or fun idea, I guess, of what I'll do for the milestones for this time is, and I'll probably still do it. It's just, again, having the air to do it. So no pun intended. I wanted to make each of the milestones to be spin the wheel, basically. Spin the wheel. Wait, where is the wheel? I think the wheel might be in here. Hold on. It is. It is. So the idea was going to be that I was going to have this set up. And the point was I was going to have like my second cam probably set up next to it. And then if we hit a milestone, it was going to be to spin this wheel, because this is what came with the St. Jude box. It's like, I want to try to make use of the stuff they give us. So all over my room, I would have balloons of each of these colors, multiple of each. And then when I spin the wheel, whatever it lands on, I have to pop that balloon. And inside the balloon is a thing I have to do that I don't know what it is and is given to me by Mrs. Flash. So I'm going to attempt to still do this. It's just a matter of, again, time, allowing her to breathe as well. So we're getting there. So I'm going to work on this. Okay. I was going to do it over the past week, but I couldn't. Sounds like a fun idea to take a spin. Yeah, I thought so. I thought it was. Pagan Princess, thank you for the dono, friend. All right, I got to figure out a way to pop this out so we can still see these and I can talk about it today. But yeah, so people were asking what the plan is today. So obviously, hang out, talk, catch up, talk about the Phasmo info that was released that we haven't had a chance to talk about. Oh my God, guys. Heater, thank you for the $30 dono. Nix, thank you for another dono. Hey, Zero, how are you, friend? Good to see you. Hi, Sissy. But yeah, I haven't had a chance to talk to anyone about it, really. I mean, I've talked to the partners about it, but that's about it. What up, G? I thought it'd be fun because you never know. The first milestone pop could be a thing that I would normally make way later down the road, but it could be now. You know what I mean? So for now, though, do I have milestones on right now? Obviously, I can't do any gross. Like, I can't do any of that kind of stuff today. I can't be doing all that jazz. No shot in hell. I think right now I've got the merch giveaway. I've got gross soda wheel, which will be an IOU. Faz viewer day and 12-hour stream. Those are the milestones right now. I'm going to adjust them. They're going to get changed. But yeah. Stuff and things, man. Stuff and things. Yelena, thank you for the 4 months. Oh, man. Getting over trying to be like being achy. It's going to be a hectic month. It's going to be quite an interesting month. Are you playing any Phasmo in a game? Maybe. They are. Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, I at least wanted to have something on the board for today, even though I wasn't able to set up that stuff yet. Yeah. 2 more days. We're getting there, man. But yeah, we'll go over the information that Faz dropped. You guys can give me all your input, what you guys think. I'll tell you guys what I think. Pam's still holding on to the balloon. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She's celebrating with us. Yeah. All right. How am I going to do this? Wait a minute. Wait. Callie, I didn't even see that. Callie, thank you for the dono. Oh my freaking God. Squirrel, thank you for the $50 dono. And Macy, thank you so much. How long is the campaign going for? It is going for the entire month of May. It is not ending until the last final day of the month. Yep. I do this every single May. It's not going to change. Yeah. Which is why I was like, great. What an awesome time to start getting sick. Just as this is going down. Cool. Maybe I can keep this open over here. I'm just trying to figure out a good substitution. Congrats on reaching 2K on Facebook, by the way. Oh, thank you, Fred. I might be able to keep that there. I wish there was a better way for me to have this open. This might work. That way I can see the donos and not have to open up the screen every time. All right, we'll try that. Excited for cosmetics plus repo. Wait, plus repo. What happened in repo? Let me go ahead and pull up actually the Phasmophobia stuff. Let's pull that up so we can talk about it. Cosmetics. Oh, and vehicles. Ooh. All right. Phasmophobia, news. That's what we need right there. Oh, is it because I have dark mode on? Oh. Oh, great. Oh, they screw everything up. I turned dark mode off on this and it turns light mode on everything else. God damn it. Sushi, thank you for the 2 months. Thank you guys for all the resubs today. Subs, if you're new here, hi. I'm normally in much higher spirits, but we're doing our best today. We're going to do what we can. Also, we'll have to let me know about the screen setup too. Because I don't know. Oh, it didn't go to the share screen. Son of a bitch. All right, hold on. I'm going to fix it. Hold on. We're going back to this for a minute. No, wrong one. Wait, why didn't any of it's... Oh, it's reloading. Was it doing that over there too? Hold on. Wait a minute. Don't you do this to me. Dude, I went to open up my computer today for the first time in like a week. I was experiencing all kinds of problems. I was like, God damn it. Hey, Kev. Yeah, we're feeling better. Oh, we're definitely feeling better. Not 100%, but definitely getting better. All right. Give me a second. I swear I will address the amazing people that just donated to St. Jude. I promise I will. I'm just trying to figure out this. What? Oh, come on now. Because what I'm trying to figure out is I'm trying to figure out a good way to do the bar. Now that since I have my cam up top. All right, we'll figure it out as we go, man. Emma, thank you for the biddies. Well, you know, this is just how it works. Literally, I literally just saw a TikTok the other day of someone that was like, does any experienced streamers ever have any issues? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, welcome to streaming, dude. It's never going to go away. It doesn't matter how long you stream. You're going to have problems. Oh, cool. They're immediately trying to take my speaker away and they know that I'm streaming. I'm going to go upstairs and write an angry letter. No, I'm going to change the music. Again, they should know better than this. Anyway, right on cue about having issues. There's always issues. I know. Well, an issue that I could resolve would be figuring out the Spotify thing between the speaker upstairs and me here. But I haven't done that yet. Hopefully they'll get the hint of like, oh, he's using it. Okay. Oh my God. Nope. They're going to keep trying. I almost guarantee it's my daughter. Hold on. Let's try again. And then if I have to, I'm going to have to step away so I can be like, hey, I love you. I'm kind of using it right now, so you can't use it. Which they know when I'm streaming, that's the case. Let's try again. Let's see if my son has his phone. He's not supposed to, but he usually does. I will proceed once I know this is settled. If it's Izzy, she's going to do it again. Josie, the messenger dog. They are little speaker thieves. It's probably because one of them's trying to take a bath. There, he does have his phone. Okay, he can relay the message. I'm like warm, but I'm cold. All right. A little bit of catch up to do. Okay. Okay, wait, why isn't that updating though? What? Did I not just hear? I did. Oh, look, there's a. Listen, I got a lot of messages that were asking me, like, are you? I was like, no, 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 no. Hold on. He apparently doesn't understand messaging. I'm asking, can you tell whoever is trying right now? He's like, well, I was using it earlier today. I was like, no, 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 no. Okay, there we go. Whew. It's like a whisper down. I'm like sweating now because my body temp's trying to regulate. All right, let's catch up with this and then we'll read all the stuffs. Stop stealing my sounds, man. Okay, what did we miss? I missed all kinds of shit. I'm so sorry. Nocturne, thank you for the dono, friend. Katie, $300 dono. Holy shit, Katie. Good gravy. And Char, thank you for the $100. You guys, what the fuck? I would not be surprised if they only added a black cap in it just so they don't get pestered. You know, it'd be a really cool thing to add. Listen, you know how long I've been telling them? You know, it'd be a really cool thing to add. So I don't listen. I don't know if they added anything in the game for anybody in particular or not. That I can't tell you. I don't know for sure. Okay. Knight, thank you so much for the dono. Courtney, anonymous. Oh, thank you so much. What's my issue I'm having right now is that donos are coming in and they're not updating live on this dono page I'm looking at right now, which that's kind of a problem for me. I'll have to figure out a better way to do that because this ain't gonna fly. This ain't gonna fly. Case. Look, look at all this shit. Look, what? Oh, Nocturne, it is. I've said it since I ever started raising money for St. Jude. It is quite possibly the least I could do. Yeah. Duck says that one of the models in the teasers looks a lot like you. I know that's a lot of people are like, that looks kind of a lot like somebody. I was like, oh, well, I won't be upset using that character. Oh man. And that's probably ain't got no gas in it. So if I do miss your dono, I promise I will go back and try my best to see it. Right now, apparently, reading the donations live is becoming an issue because it doesn't want to update live for me. But I'm going to do my damnedest. You guys are nuts and I appreciate you. Okay. I think we're caught up. Mickey, thank you for the 30. Hockey, thank you for the 25. Case, thank you for the 150. J-Bon, I'm okay, man. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm definitely feeling better. That's for sure. Yeah, been in the land of the living for the past day or two. Yeah, Knight, thank you for the 25. All right, I'll try to keep this here and we'll see if this works. Holy hell. I promise we will do a merch giveaway. I promise we'll do a merch giveaway before we get into any gaming. I'm going to try to game today. After we do this, I'm going to try. I can't make promises about how it's going to make me feel. If it starts making me feel like, then we might be like, you know what? Maybe we just talk today. So we'll see. Thank you guys for the follows though. Normally I'm not coming off of COVID, so I'm normally feeling a lot better. Yeah. Anyway, no, I'm the only one. Nope. This is the second time that I've gotten it and my wife has not. I think she's a super spreader. I think that she gets it and she passes it to the rest of the family, even though I'm the only one to get it. That's my guess. That son of a bitch. Venny, thank you for the $10 dono. Feel honored to donate for oh, thank you so much. Feel honored to donate for the children that need it. Thank you so much. And guys, if you listen, please understand, if you can't donate, please understand that that is okay. Don't ever feel like a need, like you have to. It is if you can. It is definitely if you can. If you're here, if you're in a stream that is supporting St. Jude, if you're watching a video that supports St. Jude, you're helping because you're helping spread awareness. Okay? She's the host. Yeah. With no symptoms. Yeah. Well, although she is a teacher, she probably is immune. Yeah. I swear he brings the sickness home. Sons of bitches. All right. You guys want to talk about this? Cass, thank you for the 8 months. Shell, thank you for the 19. Hello. So, player character update. Let's talk about it. Welcome back, Ghost Hunters. We have some much anticipated news for you. Today, we're excited to announce that Phasmophobia's player character update will be launching across all platforms May 5th, 2026. So today's the 3rd, 2 days. 2 days, friends. Oh, Splat, you're good. No, you're okay. No, you're fine. I appreciate you, Splat. I hope that the move is going well. Stay tuned across our social channels and official Discord server for exact release timings. Am I missing something? I can't see any video. It's only audio. You might want to refresh your app, Carly. Yeah, you might want to refresh your app. If you're on your mobile, especially, it's a Twitch problem. Yeah. Nothing wrong with the coffee talk date. We got to do what we got to do. Yeah. Yeah. And there's all kinds of stuff happening after stream too. It doesn't. Yeah, it's not over. Oh man. So we might go today till like, I don't know, till like 3:30 or something. And then tomorrow I'll be streaming. It went very well. It was just fun. Oh, finding a home for everything in the apartment now. Understood. Totally understood. Hey, old school. While we won't go into too many details before the release, we did want to lift the curtain ever so slightly on some of what you can expect to see in the update. A full rundown of changes, additions, and more will be available when the update is released. So we are given our new player character customization screen. Love how that screenshot is photoshopped. Is it? Are you saying it's photoshopped because of this? I wasn't even paying attention to that much detail, Zero. I've got myself addicted to Minecraft, so this has helped me get away from the break. Oh my God. Get away for a break. Customize your look by choosing your investigator, clothing, accessories, and ID badge. So if you look here, we can choose our ID badges. The text is not angled right. No? The majority of the faces are the same face. Well, here's the question then. Here's the question. Are they the same face? Oh, yeah, there is an audio only option. Yeah, there is. So that's my question, Zero. What if they are the same face? It's just a critique that we're going to have to make. They gave my boy the old Harry Styles haircut. I don't know. But we have, looks like we can do the ID cards here, clothes here, character model here, character, hair, I guess, makeup, lips, eyes. I don't know. Oh yeah, I'm really excited too. Yeah. But the middle column looks like an option of head changes. Yeah. Expressions? I don't know. Maybe. Of course, at the heart of the update is the ability to customize your player character in game. After a long wait, the customization shop in the lobby is finally open for business. Here you'll be able to choose from one of the 12 characters and be able to change their clothing, hair color, and much more. While the shop is full of options at launch, you can look forward to more items being added into future updates and Twitch drops, such as the below High Priestess t-shirt drop that'll be starting with the launch of the update. Emotes would be so good. Like, as a non-VR player, you should be able to point or do different things. I think that that's a great idea. I would love to see it. I would love it. Does this mean that Pam will be locked away? I guess. I know we thought that that room was going to be possibly something we could use, but I guess that that room's just going to stay what it is. Give your buddies the thumbs up. Yeah. T-pose. Let's go. All right, let's see. Miss Hightower, thank you for the $50 dono to St. Jude, friend. Didn't realize while I was watching, I think an old live of the old Phasmo. Wait, what? Oh, wait, were you watching the 24/7 channel, Carly? But yeah, there's the drop. It's going to start on the 5th and it ends on the 11th. And you get a High Priestess shirt. Ooh. The Flash Doc chaos shall get more crazy. It'll be interesting. For sure. It'll get interesting. Turn drops, make sure you're connected, blah, blah, blah. Customization plays a huge role in the update, but it's not the only change. With the player character update, we'll be introducing new character animations, as well as some changes to the overall gameplay experience, such as the removal of the death room and the way that you interact with both the environment and your chosen equipment during investigation. So here, we can see multiple things. We can see the different characters. We can see that this person is every player is holding their flashlight in their left hand. Left hand. And then an object in the right. And a watch that I'm assuming has multiple uses. My guess is this each player character color? Does that show their sanity? Smudge timer? Absolutely. Now, I wonder if you could do an actual timer or if it's just you look at the time and you base it from there. Yeah. But if none of you guys have seen that, this has been out for now a couple of days. I just, like I said, I've been dying. So I just haven't had a chance to show anything. But I glanced and that was it. This is my first in-depth look at it at all. Could it be like setup time? I hope not. No, I can only hope it's more than that. If you have a setup timer only on that watch, that's useless. Useless. Shell, thank you for the 19 months. Noob, thank you for the 9 months. Death room, what's the cliff notes on that? Wait, what? Some screenshots show 9 minutes plus. Okay, yeah, that's out of the question then for it to be setup timer because the max you can have is 5 minutes. But yeah, flashlights left. Objects right, book on hip, ability to see who's holding what objects now instead of it being like pocketed. Now you can literally look at a player and know what objects they have. I'm down for that. Hey, Brady, welcome in. I would imagine it's the contract time. It's either the contract time or it's your own time. Like it's your own timer. If I only used a flashlight, I just used a video camera to get around. Oh, yeah, I got you. It's been a year since I watched you play. Found my hoodie after unpacking. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, Ellie, I appreciate you being here. Hi. I'm not in the best of health. We're getting back to it, but thank you. Maybe how much time you're in the dark or the good? No. A different screenshot shows the watch time and the time on the video camera are different, likely not contract time. There's another screenshot. Look at that, 3:41. Ooh, look at this one. So this one, you can see at least 3 of the players, and it looks like there's probably enough of the pie here to have a 4th for 4 characters in this game. This one has 2. So I wonder if this is a 2-player game. Is this a dead player? Or is their sanity just tanked? Because I think I see a little sliver there. So yeah, I'd say that's a good guess. Okay. Pie. So it looks like we have another one that's like 4, whatever it is. Okay. Oh, right here. Look at this. This says 4:28. This says 6:34, and this always shows your contract time. So that's how you know that's not contract time. This is a timer that they set. That's cool. Is that a hat? Sheesh. Oh, look, Flash is about to kill. Hey, no, I'm not. Hey. You relax. You relax yourself. Look, I'm excited that there's a character model in there that I can look at and be like, oh, that kind of looks like me. I have like a lozenge like stuck in my throat. Contract time as soon as you load in, right? As soon as you load into the van. I think so. Plenty to explore and experience once the update launches. We can't wait to hear your thoughts of the changes of the game. Of course, is a huge update to the game we've all known and loved for many years. So be looking out for the feedback after release so we can continue to iterate and improve Phasmophobia. So there we go, friends. 2 days. 2 days. And we've not been given any other information, right? I noticed the flashlight had a switch on the back of it. It's a little strange. I guess, yeah, I don't know what that's about. The on off? Do we know how long we have to watch to get the drop? I don't know. It doesn't specify. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a microphone on the watch too. I imagine it's either to show when you're speaking or to show if you're muted or unmuted. That's my guess. Yeah, two hours is probably a good guess. All right. I'm going to try to open Phas and we're going to see how this goes. All right. So we shall pray. I can put this in dark mode again. Ah, that's better.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Prepared some jobs for you.
That's great. No, unclick this. Gosh dang it. I did also see door physics improvements was also added to the closed testing too. Oh, nice. All right, that's a good start. Can't look around without lagging. That's good. There's... Lobby still borked? It will be. They're not going to change that. Yeah, the lobby is probably not going to get updated until either the player character update or probably until Alan Wake. I just had to guess. Probably Alan Wake. Yeah, I think so. I think so too. Hey, Gamer Dan, looking forward. I am very much so looking forward to it. Yeah, for sure. Maybe if I just turn really slowly, it won't make me feel my feels too much. A little curious how getting Hug looks now. I know, because now we're going to have a new death animation. Yep. Now, there's been no other updates, right? We've not been given any other information? Nothing I'm aware of? Okay. I don't think so either, or I didn't notice any. So. Okay. Okay. No more Bart Simpson choke? Maybe. I don't know. It's hard to say. Well, we might as well just do it. There's an online article that has more screenshots, but I think that's it. Oh, really? What's really funny, Zero? Anytime they talk about an update, one of the first things I do is I search up the update online to see if there is a news outlet that has been given stuff that we haven't seen and they haven't posted. and they only give it to them. It's like, why not just tell us like, hey, this article has more stuff you can see. Hey, Thundy, welcome in. How are you? All right. New to Faz, any tips? Yeah, don't die. Tom had a picture that you could read the description of a character. Hold on. I'm looking for the news. Ooh, there's more pictures right there. Or the 8. Okay. I found another picture. You're very welcome. What about IGN? Oop. Oop, IGN has a couple more photos. Like 3 more photos. Hold on. Here, I'll show these real quick. So we saw this and this. We didn't see this. Or they didn't post this. This was an image that was sent out to news outlets. Yeah. Ms. Juice, thank you for the 28 months. CG, thank you for this. Thank you for the gifted, dude. Okay. So it's just, I guess, just showing you, which is, it's interesting that it keeps showing you, or they keep showing the image of like the light with another object, the light with another object. Interesting. Interested to see what it looks like with the tier 3. Hey, Shattered, how you feeling? I'm okay. I'm okay. You know, we've been better, but we've been worse. The watch has a microphone. Well, we think my guess is that the microphone is to show you if you are muted or not. Not like you're talking with a microphone. Does that mean it'll be another controller? I don't know. I don't know. All right, let's just get into a map and see how I feel. And we'll go from there. Hi, Carrie. Hope you're feeling better shortly, and hopefully the family's doing well too. Fam is good. Fam is doing great. I was the only one that got down and out. or if the ghost could hear you. I mean, yeah, maybe if you're talking in game. If you're using walkie-talkie, maybe. It's so hard to say. I don't know. I guess we'll see whenever it comes out. How long did I play this game for? I mean, I've been playing for like 5 years. Kiki, thank you for the biddies. All right, let's mute the music. Okay. I'm going to express one more time. We'll see how I do. We'll see how it goes. First time ever watching a Twitch stream. What should I expect? A sick person trying to get through Phasmophobia without puking. Welcome in. Kind of clueless. Thank you for the biddies. Bama, thank you for the 21 months. But yeah, if I'm not feeling great because of all the spinning around and all that jazz, then I'll shift gears and we'll just do some more talking. It's going to be cinema. No, I don't think people usually film that. Or that's for a different kind of website. Yeah. Rose Lewis, incense, event, video camera. Stop it, Rod. Mrs. Juice, thank you for the dono to St. Jude. If anybody is interested in donating anytime this month, it does not have to be today. !donate. We are raising money for St. Jude all month long. All month. Mrs. Juice, thank you. Thank you. That audio makes you feel old? Oh my God, game. Please. I beg you. Like, why run smooth when I can not run smooth? Oh. So you're not a mayor. Roger that. I'll be back. I was like, what the hell's that sound? Never mind. The best part is it's definitely the game. Oh, it has to be. It's definitely not my PC. It's not struggling to run this. No way. It's the game for sure. Would messing with the sensitivity help the vertigo? It might, but it's going to mess with my gameplay even harder. Hi, Norm. I'm sorry. All right. Nothing there. Do that here. Let's make sure that it's actually there. Serious performance update. Just right now, whatever's happening right now. Oh, you son of a bitch. Whether it's memory leaks or whatever it is, like, get it out of here because it's rough. It's out here. Ay caramba. If you do exclamation point specs. What did you? Oh, the picture frame. Yeah, you're definitely in the hallway. That's for sure. No, it wasn't a sneeze. Oh no, it's me coughing, which is funny. Like I haven't been coughing until like yesterday. Then all of a sudden it started and it won't stop. Xbox lags bad a lot too. Damn. Could I watch you for the High Priestess cosmetic coming up on the 5th? Yeah, you can watch any content creator. I want to rephrase. You can watch any Phasmo streamer that has drops enabled on the 5th. Any. And I'm one of them. Yes. Oh, Phoenix. Yeah, if you do exclamation point donate, friend. Exclamation point donate. Exclamation point charity might also take you there. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you near? Are you here? Are you close? Alex, oh my God. Thank you for the $100 dono. Good gravy. I will be streaming on the 5th. Yes. Yeah. Luckily, I've been getting better with each day. Let's go get motion sensors. That scared you. Should I turn it down a little bit? Here, I'll turn it down like a smidge. Like a smidge. Sorry, Vamp. I am live tomorrow. Yes. Yeah. I want to do this. We want to see where it is. Oh, floor dots? Oh, floor dots are great. I know a lot of people like ceiling dots. I like floor dots. Watch it not even be here. I swear to God. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for letting me know you are. No, you asked it, where are you? And the kid said, thank you. Oh. Well, yeah, I didn't know if the St. Jude alert was too loud. I'm sorry. Ooh, there's my breath. Breath means it's below 5 degrees. Somewhere. There you are. Okay. You're not giving me anything except for writing. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you here? When's the next drop? When did that say? Did it say starting on the 5th? Yeah, there it is. There's a post in chat about it. Yeah. Anonymous, thank you for the $50 dono. Yeah, it starts on the 5th. Yep. New cosmetic. Okay. What the hell am I missing, man? Is it just freezing that's taking 1,500 years? Oh, the sounds are fine. Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah, it's not a... Yeah, you're right. It's just, I'm not getting a lot of EMF. Do you need more stuff? Is that the problem? What can I give you? Here, play with this. Play with that. Here, play with that. Play with that. You can't be a Polty. Oh, okay. Well. Now you want to get all antsy, you piece of trash? What the hell? Yeah, I don't think it's a shade. Yeah, it's 2 evidence. Yeah. Underworld, thank you for the 15. Irony, thank you for 105. Oh my god. Thank you for the donos, guys. Good god. Not even 60, you probably didn't see, but we submitted a cheat sheet Twitch extension for final review. I did not see. Let's go. I checked for UV when we walked in. Wait, can you be able to block it? No. I didn't see any UV. I didn't see any. Let me go to Smudge, and then we'll check for freezing again. Because I don't even know what else to check. Underworld, think of the 15 months. Evil, think of the 13. We're doing okay so far. We're doing okay. I could check again. Hey, Tamara, how are you? Is there going to be more drop cosmetics or just High Priestess? I imagine this one is just the drop, right? I don't think it's an ID card. Not that I can tell. Kev! Thank you for the dono. Okay, so you're definitely here. Still. No of. Okay. Feel like it's an Obambo? I don't. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go get another smudge. What is the High Priestess drop? It's a shirt. Well then. Let's just be full of smudges. Morroy? Maybe. Ow. I went to go itch my face. No, Kev, I appreciate you, man. Anything is so helpful. I appreciate it. Had a game earlier where I got multiple poltergeist throws back to back. It was pretty cool. I don't ever get them. You suck. I just had like an out-of-body experience. I don't know what just happened. Like I felt like I was watching somebody else play, and then I realized that I was playing. Anyway. What do you want? Was that a normal smudge? That didn't sound like a Moroi. This is a demon? Although if it's a... Confuse me, lady. That smudge did not sound like a I mean, yeah, did not sound like a Moroi time. Oh, wait. Oh, you're right. It literally, duh. No, it's not a Revy. Hey, get out of here. Weirdo. Yeah, definitely not a Rev. What a awful passive demon. Chalk it up to the sick brain. I would appreciate it. Thank you. I should show my daughter these. Her name's Izzy. Still haven't had a demon get you within a minute. Stinky. Yeah. It's not a Moroi. Looking forward to finally being able to have a beard on the 5th. Let's go. It's gotta be demons. 3 videos? Ugh. Lady. Hey, can you do stuff? Please. No, over here, stupid. Where are you? Find the bone. No. I really only ever look for the bone if I'm going for a perfect game. Ma'am. Ma'am. Nothing? We're just not having it? Oh, did you already eat this twice? Did I? Wait, was I not paying attention to that? Back it up. Sneaky snake. See her try to do that? Ms. Pants, thank you for the 6 months. The hunt's going okay, friend. It is going okay. Should I start trying Nightmare to get better at guessing the ghost? I would. If you want to give yourself a challenge, for sure. Crow, thank you for the 8 months. Okay. Where's this turd at? Why are you? All right. How you feeling? I'm okay. I'm doing okay. What was wrong with you? Catch you out. All right, let's bring this. Let's go. I don't know where she's starting. That's my issue. Got it. Where are you? Wait, did you turn this light on? I can't. F you. Eat a smudge, nerd. Got it. Yeah, eat one, idiot. All right. We'll at least get the bone before we leave. No, I'm not going for perfect games, but I will look for the bone. Bone. Shut up. I was going to say I like the picture too. Psycho. Drop it. It's all. Ghost had no hair. Basement. Right? Lady? We made it out. We're okay. I went down to the basement and turned the power on. That was literally it. Like, why did the demon take so long to become a demon? What a stinky. What an absolute stinky. Because demon? I know that's the right answer.
There's some jobs ready for you.
Because it was a shady demon. How many times did it use its ability? Okay. That's the Phasmo I know. I have ads coming, friends. I have ads. We're going to go ahead and hit them. After the ads are done, we'll be right back. Okay? We're not going to go anywhere. We're still good for now. So we're going to keep on trucking. We're going to keep on going. But 3 minutes of ads, I do them every hour. BRB, friends. We're not going to, I'm going to leave it on this screen. We're not going to change it. Going to keep playing. For now, I am, yeah. Nearax, thank you for the follow. Hello, hello. Oh my goodness. Once we come back from that, we'll do the merch giveaway. Demons are the most troll ghosts. They really are. No, they seriously are. Hop off here, nap. My head's pounding. I hope you feel better, Pixel. Oh, thank you. I hope you feel better. One way to complete the ID badge for Point Hope. Nice. That badge sucked to grind. After that, I can move on to the farmhouse. That's way more fun. Because farmhouse, you at least have 2 maps you can play. Yeah. No, the drops don't start till the 5th. Yep, no drops. Nope, none. Will the tie-dye hoodies come back? What do you mean? What do you mean will the tie-dye hoodies come back? Had to anxiously await my husband to get home and set up the new washer dryer. Oh my God, let's go. Hey, that's a big fun adult moment. Elderly, I'm okay, friend. Yeah, I'm okay. Feeling way better than I did. We're getting there though. Pieces and pieces. Slowly but surely. Siger, thank you for the dono to St. Jude. They show up as sold out. Oh, then it'll probably be coming back soon. Yeah, Irene, I could always check with them to see when they're going to come back. But yeah, that's usually what happens. If it's out of stock, then it usually comes back eventually. Bought the game 20 minutes ago, completed the tutorial, got no clue what I'm stepping into. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot to be had. It's honestly about to have an update where the player character models are about to get updated. So it might be in your best interest to wait like 2 days to start like really diving in, because if you're going to be learning fresh anyway, you might as well get used to playing with those characters. Have you tried not being sick, Flash? Listen, okay? Listen. Just listen, okay? Phoenix Mare, how are we doing, friends? My body's like still like my shoulder hurts for no reason. Yeah, just my suggestion. If you're like brand new to the game, if you want to play, please play. But the game is about to have a player character update, and it might change the way that we play some stuff. Oh, I will for sure. Yeah, Mork, that's why like even Wednesday, I was like, oh man, maybe I'll stream Wednesday. Or no, not Wednesday. I was like, maybe I'll stream Friday. Maybe I'm feeling up for it. And as the day went on, I'm like, no way. I can't. There's no way in hell. Peachy, thank you for the biddies. There's no way. All right, ads are done. So we are going to do a merch giveaway. Hopefully this works. Last time I tried to do a merch giveaway, Fourth Wall basically said F you. So we're going to try. To enter, it's really, really easy. You just wait till you see the prompt happen in chat, and then you guys are good to go. Hey, Regal. Love the vids. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you. I'm definitely feeling better. I'm not going too hard by any means. If there's one thing I know, it's for sure. It's the balance for myself. No one has more technical issues than IT people and streamers. Listen, that's not even like a technical issue on my end. That was 100% on them. That's 100% on them. Oh man, I might have to get up and stretch. I can feel it like in the neck bones. I got a bone to pick with you, SpongeBob. I know this clip was from 2 years ago, but I saw it pop up and watched it. I was so sad you didn't peak the rev for the... Wait, I've never seen you peak... Wait, what? You've never seen me... Wait, when I know that it's... Oh, well, okay. I might not have it in a clip. I have many a time over knew that it was a Revenant and went out of the way to get it to barrel at me as fast as it possibly could, just to be like, yep, that's our Revy. Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, I'm sure it's in a video. In a clip, maybe not. Although, you know what? That's false advertisement. Yes, I have. I remember a clip when I was on Old Bleasdale on the stairs. I heard how slow the footsteps were. And then I went down the steps and had it chase me upstairs. And I animated on the screen, like when the steps were happening. And I made it faster because it was a Revy. So yes, I have. 100% I have. I could probably find it. It probably wouldn't be that hard. Which one? We'll do this one. We're going to do a shirt giveaway. Maybe. It's working. It's working, chat. Wait, shh, quiet. It's working. I don't want to jinx it. It's working. Last time I clicked it and it did nothing. It's actually going through. Yeah, working as intended, as in actually doing the giveaway. All right, if you guys do exclamation point enter, you will be entered to win one of my merch shirts. This is the first thing that we are doing for our St. Jude milestone. Like I said, I still want to do better, more fun, in-depth milestones, and I will. But for today, I was like, I'm just going to do what I can. But this is the shirt, and you can pick different colors. Look. There's all kinds of different colors. All sorts. All sorts. But I just wear all black. That's usually kind of my go-to. It's usually what I stick with. Oh, it's an ode to the old ways. Yeah. Oh, man. What another funny thing, too, because of all this. Oh, hero, GG's, friend. Enjoy the merch. Oh, God, I just went to click that button. I think it froze. Well, there might be a random applause happening in the... Okay. With all this, all the COVID-ness and all that jazz, I have not had much of an appetite. So like the first 2 days, I almost ate nothing. I have drank more water this week than I've ever drank in my life. I've just been nonstop hydrating. I'm like, I'm just going to keep this water thing full all the time. I went to weigh myself. I was like, oh, that's cool. I lost 10 pounds. That's fun. You know, I wanted to lose a few pounds anyway, so that's cool. Oh, shit. Oh, God damn it. Recently watched a VOD. Drink some chicken, bro. One of the first things I did was soup. Yeah, I did soup. So I started with some chicken noodle soup, which worked. It was fine. It went down fine. I was like, okay, we're good. And the next day I tried minestrone and then other things from there. Yeah. 4 months pregnant. Oh my God, Kiki, I'm so sorry. The jackalopes are coming for us. God damn it. I haven't had coffee in like a week. No. I just haven't been in the mood for it. I'm like, man, I want it, but it'll be fine. Next ghost is a Pulte. All right, roger that. We'll see about that. Does all that black mean something or is it random? I think all the black, I think what that is, it's where the nests used to be. Like, remember when we used to go up here and we talk about the nesticles and they were right here? I think that's what that is. So that's where they used to be. But now it's just a stain on our existence. It's not a clue. It's not a clue. Water's the best when sick if you have a lot of mucus because it helps thin it down, makes it easier to get rid of. Yeah, I just tons and tons of water. Well, now the issue that I ran into though, the first like 3 or 4 nights of being sick, I slept for a half an hour, woke up. Half an hour, woke up. So it didn't make me any better. It wasn't until like yesterday or 2 days ago where I was actually able to sleep for a few hours at a time. I'm like, holy shit. The mark of past nesticles. Yeah, leftover shadow. Yeah, it's just still screwed up. All right, anyway, let's go to Edgefield. Darkest Joker, it's random. It's not all the time. When we loaded in today, it didn't have that. Yeah. If we reach, I'm going to say this again. If we reach 2K today, I owe you guys that nasty soda. We will do a nasty soda spin when my stomach is feeling up for it. Okay? Yeah. Oh, Bomber, of course. And everyone's aware of that. I said that I would stream as much as I can today. If it gets to a point where I'm like, you know what, this is probably a good place to stop, then we'll stop. But we'll go as far as we can. Aaron Lynn, thank you for the sub. But yeah, we're just going as far as we can. I didn't want to miss 3 streams. I really didn't. If I felt as bad as I did like 2 days ago, then I probably wouldn't be streaming. But thankfully I've been getting better with each day. Motion sensor, parabolic, and sense. Today we're like doing family photo things later and all this different stuff. I'm like celebration stuff for people. I'm like, shit. There's gonna be food smells all over the house. No, I've missed you guys too, man. I really have. Oh, hello. That's this bathroom, isn't it? It certainly is. I'll turn the power on in a second. We have a door touch and I don't want to miss a UV check. Is it mostly sinuses? You don't have to. No. Oh no. I had COVID, Bomber. So it was kind of a little bit of everything. Migraine mixed with fever, mixed with, yeah, a little bit of everything. You can hear my voice, like it's trying to come back. That's been struggling too, but we're doing our best. Oh, UV. See, if you get a door touch, a window touch, and you get it early, it's way better just to go ahead and floor it. Freaking floor it and find it. I'm not even gonna check temps. It's not gonna be freezing. Not yet, anyway. Callie, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Yeah, thank you, Mira. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely feeling better than I was. My family could tell you. It was deathbed for a few days. I just didn't want to get up or move. Where are you? Oh, my Lanta? Where are you? Are you here? Took a poopy. I know I haven't turned the power on yet. There's just a lot of stuff happening at once and I don't want to miss it. I mixed up an aged Thay with an Obambo. 0 brain cell moment. Oh, we all have those. Every one of us has one of those. I was watching Chingus play the other night and he was having one of those like every 60 seconds. We all have them. Oh. Do I need a photo of the ghost? Nope. My God. UV writing. This seems familiar. Wait a minute. Hey, do you want to show up for the last photo? He's sick. Throwing Chingus under the bus. Oh, he knows we would call each other out. Love the vids. I appreciate it. Thank you. Don't show up yet. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh. Oh, shit. It's a demon. Did you grab a lighter? I did. That's way too early. That's a demon. Nothing here could drain my sanity like that. No shot in hell. That's a demon. Parabolic motion sensor. Okay. Parabolic motion sensor. Missed the vids. I know. I haven't had much. I haven't been streaming, so I haven't had much to post. But we'll get back to it. With the new player character stuff coming soon. For sure. Here, just go ahead and run into that. Two demons back to back. Well, the mirror if I want to drain my sanity. I don't want to drain my sanity right now. Ooh, wait. Do you think I'd lost an... Ooh, that's a good point. Is it not a demon and I thought it was? But I totally forgot that I used the mirror? Mr. Akala, that's a really good point. Okay. I kind of want to let you hunt now. Okay. Kind of want to let you hunt to hear you. Sorry, I'm trying to cover it as best I can. Yeah. Myling Obambo Pulte. I know, I forget that I use it too. Stare, thank you for the 9 months. Boo got scared. Sure. Shower, thank you for the gifted. Let me get 2 of these. Yeah. So what are we really between here? Myling doesn't hunt early and Pulte, like, this has to be early. There's no way that I lost 20 sanity. There's no way. Would you be disgusted if I wanted you to cough in my ear? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, we would judge you pretty hard. Yeah. Obambo can be. Let's listen to it hunt. I think that's the play here. It's already eaten both crucifixes, so it's done 2 bites on the one. I lost 20 because I looked, dropped it back down. So that's how I know that I didn't lose too much. Yeah. Oh, Mango Man. Hey, filled with lead. I'm okay, friend. I'm doing okay. I'm good. Definitely better. Like, I'm comparing it to what it was like a couple days ago. Much better than what it was. Playing friends the other night. One friend always knows. No. I'm gonna go over here. And that's how I got COVID. had zero trust. I had zero trust. He did leave though. It's not no bombo. This has got to be a demon. What if I just like... What if I just let it keep hunting? Dude, bro, you keep psyching me out, and I hate it. Oh, I'm not hiding there anymore. Nope. I hate it. Do you have any idea where you got it from? I'm borderline convinced that it's my wife's fault, and she got it from somebody, and she's a super spreader, and she does not have any, you know, what you call them. He looked like he was coming right at me. She has zero symptoms. None. I'm convinced. Asymptomatic. You bag of shit. Oh, come on. This is a demon, right? Shower meower, thank you for the dono. I'm pretty sure that was under yeah, I think it was under $1.30 as well. That was under 25, right? I didn't have a good timer on that, but I still think it was under 25. I think that's 2 solid tests. Pretty convinced now. I think it was worth it though to check. It's throwing? Well, any ghost can throw. It's not like Pulty's the only ghost that can throw in the middle of a hunt. No, 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 no. No, I haven't been that much, especially going live on TikTok while everywhere else, because it's been hurting like gameplay. Like it's honestly been making things lag even more. And no stream on YouTube today because I didn't know how long I was going to be streaming for. No, not today. We got all the things. I got all that. Let's see. 5 videos, 3 sounds. Would you be willing to cooperate to do these things? Heard you been sick? I am. Yeah. So it's really funny because Monday night I was streaming and I was like, man, like I feel weird. I was like, I feel off. Like I think I'm gonna end stream early. So I did. Tuesday, full blown. Yep. Absolutely. COVID. Yep. So I've been feeling this way, or worse, way worse, from Tuesday all the way to today. Yeah, it was bad. When Tom had it for like 2 weeks. Freaking whatever strain this is rough. All right. I'm going to try this. Amanda, thank you for the $25 dono. Another thing that I normally do whenever I do it too is like, there's also the single incentives as well. Like for people where it's like, I'll do like a bean boozled for everyone that does X amount or whatever. I was like, today, obviously I can't do that. I'm not up to date with the current. I don't want to be up to date with it. My body's like, hey, I know what that is. Yeah, I know. Could it be worse? It could. Like positive side, it could be worse. And I'm getting better, and that's what matters. Okay, I can't even take this. Good deal. When the wife and I get sick and none of the kids do. Like, how does that work? Like, how is their immune systems better for that? It doesn't make any sense. All right. I need videos and sounds and lights and action. I will be participating in the drops. Yep. They don't start till the 5th, though. Wife and I had strep last week. Kids, oh, thank God. Oh, kids having strep is the worst. There's like nothing. There's I mean, other than getting the medicine, there's like nothing you can do. The demon's making up for the not using its ability last round. Oh, maybe that's what it is. That's a really good point. And we run. Bro, chill your shit. All right. I'm going to get video of this. I'm going to get video of this. I'm going to get this. I'm going to get video of this. I'm going to get video of all those things. Okay. Sick kids are so sad and pathetic. It breaks your heart. It does, because you want to do nothing but help them. And sometimes it's especially hard for them, you son of a bitch, to be vocal about what it is they need help with. So you're trying to like narrow it down. Okay, I'm ready. Ooh, motion. Nice, I'll take it. And then let's do one by one here. Let's put this there. Do this, do this. Is it still in the potty? That's the question. Howdy, howdy. What the? What the hell? It just did like 15 things at once. While it was there, it wrote in the book, it blew out the fire. And it didn't even record the event. I got the ghostwriting, which actually might be better. What a son of a bitch. Wow. What a turd. I got writing. Out of everything that just happened, yeah. I got writing. What's my evidence? Ultraviolet. I've already got that. Just give me the sound so I can concentrate on the video. Come on. What's your most valuable piece of advice for Phasmophobia? Don't try to level up quickly. Level up at your own pace. Don't focus on XP and money. Focus on getting better at the game. By getting better at the game, the more money and XP you'll get. Start low. Do tutorial, do amateur, work your way up as you get comfortable. Oh, come on. Try to get a twofer out of that. With this. Do this. Take it. How do you not get bored in Phasmophobia? By enjoying playing the game. If you enjoy it enough, you're not going to get bored of it. But you also give yourself unique things to do in the game and don't rely on the game to give you everything. That's why you see people that have been playing games for years doing really unique things in those games. Because if they didn't and they just relied on the game to feed them all the content, they're only going to get so far. Excuse me. Hello? Wait, do I already have that? I already have that. Oh, you son of a bitch. I wasn't ready. What is going on? He's going to walk in all these when I'm not ready. The difficulty's nightmare. I love all the challenges that people come up with for Phas. Yeah, I love it too. And that has nothing to do with the developer. It has everything to do with the community coming up with all that stuff. Like, for example, the knot challenge, right? Who knew that we would come up with something so silly? That was the brainchild of Mr. Doc himself. Double? 2 for 1 special? Oh, you bitch. I'm like, that's the 5th time now. I'm still on pro, scared of nightmare. There's nothing wrong with that. What's wrong with that? Got it. One more sound. Go ahead. Eat the crucifix, you butthole. You're a real passive demon all of a sudden, aren't you? Is there any ghost that can turn on the power? All ghosts can turn on the power, except for the Hantu. Hello. Thank you for the follows, guys. He means Jen? No. The Jinn can't turn off the power. The Jinn can turn it on. The Hantu can't turn on the power. I knew what I meant. I don't care about the Mango Man. Dude, this is it just tried to do this again. See what it tried to do? It tried to thieve me again. It keeps like giving me the talking and also the firelight at the same time. Son of a bitch. Man, what an active demon. No. What do you want? What? You want to say something? What do you want to say? Shut up. I'm leaving now because we hate you. And you know what? I'm taking your pretty mirror too. Big, stupid, ugly, stupid. Okay, that's enough. The ghost is a troll. Ted Lewis. Mr. No Pants Man. Ay, caramba. Yeah, because they asked, is there any ghost that can turn off?
I prepared some jobs for you.
If they meant to say off, they didn't spell off correctly, or they meant to say on and they put an F instead of an N. So I'm not sure which one it was. Man, I'll tell you, it might not have been the greatest demon at the end, but holy crap, it started off strong. Any abilities there, Hotshot? One. Out of all that, one. One ability. 67 interactions. I hate it here. Good hunt, though. Definitely not too bad. Emma, thank you for the prime. Does bringing equipment back to the van give more money? No. You could leave everything in the map and it doesn't matter. Nope. Nope. He did become a shade. He did become a little bit shady. Oh, man. I tell you what. That's probably going to be the last game for today. I wanted to at least try a couple of games. I'm glad I did. So we'll finish off by chatting it up, and then we'll find somewhere to go. And then we'll call it early. I at least wanted to go live today, so I'm glad that I did. And I'm glad that you guys are here, and I appreciate you. So we'll raid out here soon. Oh, man. Nocturne, thank you for the 18 months. No, I'm glad you're here too. No, I thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Taking off a couple of days sucks, but obviously for good reason. You think you'll be alive for the drops? I think so. Yeah, I think so. Every day has been a bit better, so that's nice. The first few days, it felt like nothing was happening. I'm like, this sucks. And then it started to get better. I'm like, thank God. No, you guys are great. Thank you so much. All right, let's close my bugged out game. No, don't welcome me. Don't welcome me. All right. And then we'll chat for a minute before we go find somewhere. Go to comfort movies. You know, it's always, this is a funny one. One of my go-to comfort movies is Home Alone 3. The reason for that is because I remember seeing it a bunch when I was sick, when I was younger. So that's one of my comfort movies. My wife hates it. It's because she's such a sucker for the first two because she loves them so much. And I'm like, I love the first two as well, obviously, but I like the third one too. I like it a lot. Oh, there's like 5 Home Alones. There's not just 3. There's like 5. Oh, extra funny. My son, he was going around. So there was a yard sale happening yesterday. There's 6. There was a yard sale happening. So like my kids were doing they like to do it each year. So they'll go out there with a table and like, we tell them like, listen, if you want to take some of your old stuff and like sell it for the yard sale, that's fine. You just you got to be in charge of it. That's for you. So they do, and they make money from it. I'm like, that's perfect. My oldest son rode around the neighborhood because he's like, I kind of want to look around and see if there's anything maybe I want to get for me. I was like, okay. So he did. And he sent me a text. He was like, hey, do you want any VHSs? I was like, I'm probably okay, bud. I appreciate it a lot. He goes, are you sure? They got some here. What about Godzilla? You got Godzilla? I was like, I don't think I do, but I appreciate it so much. He came back with it. He was like, it was only 50 cents. I was like, okay, well, I owe you 50 cents. I appreciate it. So I have Godzilla. I did not have that before. What a nice guy. What a nice guy. Comfort restaurant. I don't know if I have a comfort restaurant. The OG. Yeah. The OG. Yeah. 50 cents. Right. Dude, I can't find VHSs for 50 cents. I can't find them anywhere for 50 cents. No way. But yard sales, that's where you find it. But unfortunately, I was like, well, I'm sick, so I can't go. But we did our best, man. We did our best. I'm glad I was able to go over the update with you guys today. I'm glad I was able to play a couple games. I was not sure because when I turned on my PC and I was moving around a little bit, I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that. That makes me feel a little weird. But playing a little bit, it was okay. It was totally fine. Favorite food? Pizza. I'm such a child. Need to find a VCR? Good luck. There's places you can find them for cheap if you find like a thrift store, but online, you're going to be spending a decent penny. People know they can get money for it. Oh, noob, of course. I was kind of hoping it was the Matthew Broderick Godzilla. I'll show you. Hold on. When I said original, this is what I meant. It is the Matthew Broderick one. Yeah. Yeah, this is the one that he came back with. Cheebs, my son bought me a VHS yesterday. Oh, it's great condition. Oh, it's fantastic. There's really nothing done to it. Like literally like the bottom down here with like the slit for the tape is like the only thing. Dude, I have VHS tapes in way worse. Like they're in awful condition, but I love the movie, so I don't care. Oh yeah, this is in great condition. Did they even watch it? I mean, honestly, no mold. Let's get into it. Sorry, there's there's an insert. If there's one thing I love finding old inserts inside of old VHSs. Dude, no, there's a creator I watch. He's a comedian, but I follow him on TikTok, and it's his go-to saying. He's always like, "No mold, let's get into it." And he shows like old videos. He's so great. But yeah, finding inserts, I love. Oh my God. Guys, we can get a free Godzilla flashlight. Should I send it in? Should I send it in? How to get your free Godzilla flashlight. Let's go. When does this expire? Hold on, I got to find the expiration date. So I got to buy 3 packs of Duracell batteries, write my name and mailing address, this completed certificate, $2.75 check or money order for postage and handling. Free my ass. Dirty bastards. That's a steal. Is it a steal? Oh, shit. No, we can't. We can't. We had to do it by April 30th of 1999. Fuck. Just missed it. No, we just missed it. That's okay. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. So close. Almost had it. Shit. Missed it by a week. Only 27 years later. Damn it. Joe, thank you for the biddies. Wani, thank you for the follow. Sissy, thank you for the 23 months. An unholy hello, friend. Oh, man. It's so funny. I love it. I love it. I love opening those and finding those because I found some pretty cool ones. Yeah. There was one I found where it was like you could get a free bottle of like the old ketchup and mustard that were like different colors. Do you remember that? Where it was like ketchup was green and the mustard was like purple or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, you could get those with this like insert. I don't remember what movie it was from. I took a picture of it though. Yeah. Oh, they're so cool. I love it. It dyed everything that color. Absolutely. My parents hated it so much. Anything you put it on, a plate, anything. You got it on the floor. Sorry, the floor is screwed. Are we ending early since? Yeah. Well, it's just I'm trying to be careful about how much energy is exerted, how much talking is being done, all that jazz, because I don't want to do too much in one day and go backwards from trying to feel better. Yeah. Did you ever redeem the inserts? The only time, you know what's funny? When I was a kid, so I never really redeemed the inserts. I never did that. There was like, I would do the bottle. I did a bottle cap once where it's like you got a free hat or something. I don't remember. But one of the cooler ones I probably ever did was I found a Sprite box because I was like my mom or my dad had Sprite. I don't know, whatever. Yeah. Hope you feel better. Cheebs, I'm getting there, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Yeah, we're definitely getting better for sure. Every day. They had I think it was Sprite. I'm pretty sure it was Sprite. And on the box, it said that you could enter to win to be one of 10 people in America to win a Wizards jersey. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I was like, Mom, can I do it? And she's like, I mean, whatever, sure. So I entered to win. And time went by and we heard literally like everything else, you hear like nothing about it, right? You're not going to get a phone call that's like, sucks to be you. So all of a sudden we get a package and she's like, I don't know what this is. It has your name on it. I was like, my name? What's that for? So it was soft. I was like, oh, this is interesting. So we opened it up. I won. I was one of 10 people in the United States to win a signed Wizards jersey. And I got Juwan Howard's jersey. And it was player size, signed by him. I kept it. I don't know where it is. I still have it. I won that in the 4th grade. So how to age myself. So I've had that jersey since 1870. Should put that in a frame. I had it in a frame and then I took it out and then it was like, I don't know. Yeah. I still have it though. But yeah. So I'd say I've had it for over 20 years, if not 30. Yeah. 1893 BC. Yeah. Yep. It's when Juwan Howard played for the Wizards. Now, the thing that makes it pretty cool is that, oh no, not a Wizards jersey. Oh my God. I'm such an idiot. It was not a Wizards jersey. Oh my God. It was a Bullets jersey. I'm so stupid. Sorry, sick brain. It was when he played for the Bullets. Because when I was in 4th grade, that's what they were. They were the Bullets. And then they no longer existed, so they became the Wizards. That's what it was. So I have a Bullets jersey. Yes. Yeah, I'm not a Wizards jersey. I'm sitting there thinking about him with the Wizards. No. I have a Bullets jersey. A little bit cooler. Yeah. Oh my God. Favorite Pokemon game? Pokemon Snap. Yep, Nintendo 64. Oh, all you lovely beans. Thank you guys so much for donating today. Our monthly goal, we're going high. We're going strong with $20,000 we're trying to raise for St. Jude. We raise money every single May. We've done it the past 4 years, I think. And I love it. I love everything about it. I love everything we get to do with it. It's a blast. We have so much fun. I'm going to have fun with it when I get, when I get out of my sickness. We'll get the wheel going. I'll get the balloons blown up. I'll get my wife to put some stuff inside of the, written on the messages we put in the balloons that are basically going to make me do things. I don't even want to imagine what it could be. We will see. But yeah, I'm going to be raising money all month long, friends. All month. Why am I just realizing you have a Pam in your room? I don't just have a Pam. She's celebrating with us. She's holding a balloon. Look. Come on now. All right, let's go find out where we're going to go. Ooh, I need to stop people before they come over here. I'm hoping that tomorrow I'll feel even better, and then we can do the norm. Thank you, Joker. No, all the kind messages you guys have sent over the past week in Discord and everywhere else, I appreciate it a lot. Thank you guys so much. It means the world, man. It really does. I'm trying to keep you guys up to date when I'm not streaming, if things are happening, you know what I mean? Okay. Doc normally ends around this time. Does he? Is he still going for a bit? Oh, thank you, Regal. I am. Oh, trust. Yeah, is he still going? Oh, I see. I know he has someone in there with him. He's with you. No, he is not. All right, we're going to say hi to Doc. Even if he's playing one more game, worth it. Oh, look, his lobby's effed up too. Waiting to catch you live. To sub. Oh, so, thank you for the sub, Sir Camelot. Keep you on the Office Faz videos. People come in confused with your Doc's radio voice. It's a pretty soothe voice. I saw him playing with Kill. I didn't realize that he had a Cheebs in there. Oh my God. Well, I got to take you there now because we got a couple of our homies in there. And thank you for the $100 dono. And thank you so freaking much. He is a Phas main. This is very true. I learned all my Phasmo from him and Doc. If you guys are wondering where I learn everything from, it's these two boogers. And thank you so much. Honorable, I'm good, friend. Thank you for the 10 months. We're good. We're doing okay, man. We're feeling better. We were feeling better enough to get up and moving today and doing all the stuffs. Thank you, Break. Appreciate you. Oh, thank you, Blizzy. He's a blaster. Any of my friends that I get to play with, it is always so fun. I owe you guys a Phasmo viewer day. I was waiting for the player character update to happen so that we can experience it together in community games. Because I thought that could be pretty fun. I'm excited for it. So it's going to be fun to see. But all right, they're getting into a game. So let's get ready to raid, shall we? If you are a follower, the first one's for you. If you're a sub, the next one's for you. Creepy tier 3, you got your own. We're going to go visit Mr. Doc. I don't normally get to do this because normally Doc and I are playing together on Sundays. But today, he obviously didn't know what I was going to be doing. He probably thought that I was still sickness, down and out for the count. So let's go give him a visit. If you guys are not following Mr. Doc, please do. If you're not following Mr. Cheebs, make sure you do. All these amazing Midnight Society beans. Cody, thank you for the follow. Thank you. I appreciate you guys so stinking much. We've already raised almost $2,000. within a stream, basically. There was a bit that was done before that, but yeah, crazy. You guys are fucking amazing. I love you guys, but we will see you guys later. You guys are awesome sauce. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll be back. Love you all. Bye.